Hi, good morning. We are going to channel Gemini characteristics today to open up to Gemini season, which kicked off on the 20th of May. And we'll go through my birthday, June 21st. I'm barely Gemini, at the very tail end of it on the cusp, but it really can relate to the airy element, right? It's going to connect us to our hearts and our arms and our hands and our wrists. So we'll play with some physical stretching and the idea of how our arms are an extension of our heart and our efforts in sharing compassion and empathy, which is needed always, but now more than ever, as we're in this country again discussing gun safety and reading more death at the hands of guns. But we can certainly take that in and share our own perspectives, right? As we communicate our own perceptions and also ask questions to gain more knowledge of other people's perceptions. Moving beyond that topic, I don't want to dampen our practice with that, but also, this practice is meant to move through things, right? Not around them, avoiding them, through them. So we're going to talk about Gemini a little bit. So sit comfortably, prop up the hips so you feel your knees are heavy, your hips are relaxed, spine is upright. So Gemini, again, is air ruled by Mercury. Mercury is the planet of communication. It's in retrograde right now, which is a time to really slow down. You can see how Gemini I am. I love to talk fast. My hands are usually moving. I have fast-paced energy. I walk fast. I want things done fast. I do things fast. And so retrograde helps us slow down and read the fine print. We get in all of the information. Be prepared, right? Is your computer backed up? Did you charge your battery? Like all of these ways in which we communicate and the technology of it. It's really not about not doing things, but being very prepared in what we need to do with them. So reading the fine print of all the contracts, right? Making sure that you have enough battery power. But it's also the twins, and the twins represent information of others to gain wisdom, to see different perspectives. So this month can really be a nice opportunity to get away from gossip and chatter that is not mind expanding, to get into our own narratives and contemplate what we tell ourselves to be true and how that can be limiting our potential by attaching to things of the past or fear or anger. Right? Those attachments lead to suffering, lead to limitations. So our own narrative, right? The communication in which we speak to ourselves, and then also asking questions to others that have a different perspective, a different way of thinking, so that we can let go of thinking we know everything, because we don't, right? Somebody might have a different way of seeing things that can help you reach your potential. So it's really about communicating your expectations, moving beyond gossip, looking at how we can learn from others to receive a different perspective, and that might open up a whole new way of thinking, way of doing, and opportunities to reach our potential. So it's a really exciting time if we give ourselves the exploration to it. So we'll play with that in the physical practice as well. Let yourself be confused, ask questions. I'm going to switch things up today so that you can feel confused and then have to ask yourself questions. And we'll go from there. So bring your hands to prayer in front of your heart, press together, feel your central line. If you can close your eyes comfortably, go ahead, close them down. If not, look down. Feel your shoulder blades hug toward one another. Take a few slow breaths, widen the bottom ribs. Don't labor to breathe more fully, just widen your bottom ribs. Let the breath receive depth, and then squeeze your bottom ribs in as you force the air out. Feel the accordion of your rib cage, helping to breathe more fully. And then let this help you open the conversation of your body to your mind, of your mind to your body. And then setting your own intention around these Gemini characteristics of air, the twins, communication, narrative, breaking patterns, seeing the world in a different way. You change your story to let go of the old narrative and write a new chapter from a new perspective. Let that release from your mind, out of your body with an exhale. Inhale, open the arms to T, and then bend the elbows into cactus. Take a big breath, sitting tall. Exhale, twist to the right, and then bring your forearms parallel to the ground. Inhale, return the forearms up and back to center. Exhale, left. Release the forearms parallel. Inhale, up, back to center. Keep going. Exhale, right. Forearms down. Inhale, up, back to center. Exhale, left, down. Inhale, center. One more time. Exhale, twist, down. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist, down. Inhale, center. Exhale, go right. Cross the forearms over each other, left over right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, twist, forearms down, right over left. Inhale, center. 2 more rounds. Exhale, left over right. Inhale. Exhale, right over left. Inhale. Exhale, right over left. Oops, left over right. Inhale. And last time, right over left. Inhale. We're going to take center, seat impeccable. Right forearm over left, or right elbow over left. Hug yourself. Right, see if you can crawl your fingertips to that medial border, the border that faces your spine of the scapula there, the shoulder blades. And kind of anchor your fingertips there. Heavy the shoulders down, hug your belly, ribs in. And just lift and lower your elbows, any amount. Don't stress out the shoulder girdle, but try to saw some tension out of the neck here. And then unwrap the arm, or release the fingertips and wrap the hands around, or the forearms hug to each other. And then lift the fingertips up and down. It's the same, but we have a little bit more freedom now, right? And then on your inhale, unwrap, out to the side, left under right. Hug yourself. Crawl the fingertips toward the medial borders. Heavy the shoulders, hug the belly, elbows up and down. And then open the forearms. That's really closing them off, sorry. I'm confused. And bring the fingertips up and down. How is the upper back affecting the chest? Unwrap the arms, big breath in. Exhale, twist to the right, hug the ribs in, arms stay out to T, check in on this left arm, hug it back, flex the wrists, push the palms wide, squeeze the right ribs in, see if that can deepen your twist. Inhale up to center, look up. Exhale, twist to the left, arms to T, make a fist, pull the fist down. Squeeze the left ribs in, see if you can twist deeper. Right arm hugging back. And then feel your hands go up and down, side to side. Inhale back up to center. Exhale over the legs, step it back into downward dog. Explore some pedaling of the feet, any movements that really open up the whole back of the body. So you might come forward a bit, move the shoulder blades around. Pedal it out. You can take your pedaling into the middle of the mat. And then really take time to explore the depth of your root. Push through the fingertips, base knuckles, forearms hug together. Lift your armpits, heavy the head. Soften the knees, pull the ribs in to send the tail to the sky. Legs press straight, heels pull back. Nice full breath here. Couple more. Feeling your hands and feet are ripping the middle of your mat apart as your hips and ribs are hugging up and in. Armpits hugging up and in. One more. Soften the knees. Start to crawl forward. Here's where we need our blocks. Legs press straight. Spine gets straight. Then we hinge with a straight spine, releasing the head. Send the weight forward, hips on heels. Tone the quads. Anchor through the feet. Lift through the arches. And then bring the hands to the thighs, elbows to the sky, toward each other, arm bones in the sockets. Press your arms straight. Find your flat back. Did your weight start to go back? Bring it forward. Hips on heels as best you can. Tone the quads. Inhale, arms out to T. Look straight down. Feel like you're standing at the cliff. Arms opening your wingspan, ready to fly. With your straight spine, inhale all the way up. Take your right palm overhead, lift up, lean left. Feel like you're squaring in front of your mat, stretching over to the side. Bend both elbows, grab fingertips, press your head into your arm, and feel both elbows pull back. Send your chest a little toward the floor, and then up toward the sky. Inhale up to center. Grab your left wrist, lift up, lean right. Squaring in front of the mat. Bend your elbows. Hand behind the head, push into it, elbows pull back. And then twist your chest toward the floor. And then up to the sky. Bring yourself up to center. And exhale, sit down into chair. Arms parallel to the floor. Right, arms pull in, then down to lift up. Thighs pulling back to sit down deeper. Huge breath. Send your weight into your right foot. Keep your right knee bent. Lift your left. Step into your left. Keep the knee bent. Lift your right. Step into your right. Sink down deeper. Inhale, press the legs straight, open the arms wide, thighs back, ribs in to lift your heart energy. Hands straight over shoulder, press to prayer into the heart, take a breath. Inhale, sit down, chair pose. Arms can do anything here. Hips, but feel like your upper back is active, your chest is open. Send your weight, right foot. Draw the left knee up. Press the left leg straight. Right leg straight, left knee comes in. Right thigh presses back, left knee squeeze in. Stabilizing right side, squeezing in left. Bend your right knee, left foot slowly kicks back. Stretch through the toes, reach through the foot, step to the back of the mat, high lunge. Arms overhead. Shimmy your feet at a distance you feel strong. Bend your left knee, scoop the tail, lift through the ribs, grab your left hand, lean to the right, or hands again, clasp behind the head, elbows pulling back, ribs pulling back to lean right. Heavy the right shoulder, lift up through the left arm, left elbow. Inhale, come up to center, press the left leg straight, lean forward, lift the thighs, lift the tail, then come back up, left leg straight and strong, cactus, open the arms. Hug the ribs in, shoulder blades in and down, Lift the rib cage up, look down the front of your body. Elbows pull forward, wrist drop back, open the chest. Breathe. Inhale, arms press you straight up overhead. Exhale, frame your right foot. We're gonna twist left arm up. I know, it's weird. Keep the left heel high. Keep pushing right knee, right heel straight. Right fingertips on the floor. Pull through the left ribs. Push through your right hand. Look up to your left hand. Then exhale, release the left hand. Look forward. Power the legs strong. Step it back. Downward facing dog. Take a moment. Revisit the breath here, the release of your head, the strength of your upper back, the stretch of your legs. Lift the heels, bend the knees, look forward. Step or hop front of the mat. Legs press straight, arms press straight, spine gets straight. Exhale, hinge at the hip crease. Heavy the head. Keep the legs toned. Inhale, flat back, arch settee. Open up your wings. When we break patterns, break our attachments, feel the freedom we can get and gain with a new perspective. Inhale, take it up to the ceiling, the sky, open your heart. Exhale, hands to prayer. Pause. Send your weight left foot. Draw the right knee up. Press your left thigh back. Hands are anywhere. Where do you feel balanced? Pull the right knee in tight. Left leg stabilizing, right knee squeezing in. Then bend your knee very slowly. Let the right leg extend and reach. Spread through the toes, reach back, step back. High lunge, arms overhead. Then feet hip width, shimmy your distance. Push your edge, but don't push yourself off the edge. Bend the right knee, scoop the tail. Right arm up and over. Left arm heavy. You can clasp behind your head. What feels good? Elbows are pulling back. Ribs are hugging in to lift out of the hips, leaning left. Inhale, arms stretch you back up to center. Lean forward, thighs pull back, tail lifts, right leg straight. Power that, come back up. Cactus, open the arms. Ribs pull back to lift up. Chin drops down. Elbows pull forward. Wrist drop back. Breath, big and full. Big open heart. Inhale, arms stretch you back up to square. Exhale, frame the front foot. Left fingertips down, left heel right under the knee, right arm twist up. Woo, it's awkward, funky, weird. Keep the right heel up. It's not a yoga pose. It's a challenge against our normal familiar places to maybe open a new perspective. Look up to the right thumb. Exhale, release, step it back, downward facing dog. From your fingertips and base knuckles, hug the forearms together, lift your armpits, heavy the head. Hug your ribs in, send the tail up, heels back, big breath. Inhale the right leg straight up and back. Exhale, knee to nose. Push the floor away, step between the hands, left heel down, open to warrior two. Great. Find that distance again of strength and balanced action. Bring the left hip down to frame the right, square the right. With the left thigh pushing back, feel your right knee push back, open. And then let's look down the left arm. Looking through the past, the lens of wisdom from experience. What are we attached to? Can we let it go? Move forward from it, taking what is useful and productive forward, not shadow emotions, not regret, not fear or anger, not even judgment. Take compassion, empathy, joy. Take it forward. Looking back, feel your right arm stretch and open that pathway. Right leg straight, left arm down, right arm up and back. Keep looking down the left leg. Stretch open through the right side. Inhale, come on up. Bend the right knee, forearm to thigh, left arm straight forward. Push into your right knee to lift your ribs. Watch your left arm suck back as you open your twist. Spiral your right forearm forward, left arm overhead. Lunge into your right knee, your right lunge, your right knee. Keep pushing left thigh back from your lower belly, twisting up. Maybe you don't need your right arm. Hands to the hips, pick up your left foot, lean forward. We're gonna step into the right foot, left knee comes up into the chest. My floor here is slanted and angled. It does not make it easier sometimes. Right thigh pushes back, left knee squeezes in, inhale, arms up. Exhale, twist to the left. Right hand open, palm outside the knee, anchor. Keep pushing down into your standing leg, lifting up, ribs squeeze in, open your twist. Then wrap your left arm around your back. Heavy the shoulders, open the chest. Unwrap your twist, step down, shake it out. Come back over here, take a moment. Feeling the ground beneath you, the breath flowing through you. Inhale, reach out and up. Soften the knees so the back stays straight as your hands descend to blocks of the floor. Once they hit, legs press straight. Inhale, spine gets straight. Exhale, keep the straight spine to hinge, let go of the head. Inhale, find some space. Exhale, step to downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg up and back. Exhale, knee to nose. Look forward, step forward. Warrior two. Once the arms come up, feel the distance of your feet is strong, capable, and easeful as well. Look down the right leg. Right thigh presses back, left knee presses open. Again, looking back. See the growth. Letting go of the things that didn't serve us. So we move forward. Feel the left arm is moving us forward, but we're still looking back. Do we see the perspective? Left leg reaches straight, right arm drops, reverse triangle. Legs are straight. From your left big toe, lift and reach over to the right. Inhale, back up, bend the left knee, forearm to thigh, right arm straight forward. Push into your left knee to lift your ribs. Keep pressing the right thigh back. Watch your right armpit hug back, then both arms spiral forward. Lower belly twisting you up. Right side, long, straight line. Shoulder blades flat on the back. Maybe you don't need your left arm. Breathe. Hands to the hips, pick up the right heel. Lean into your left leg, right knee comes up. Left thigh presses back. Feel the right knee squeeze in. Inhale, arms reach out and up. Exhale, twist to the right, left arm open, palm outside the knee. Left thigh pressing back, ribs squeezing in. Right arm wrap around the back. Shoulder blades flat on the back. Breathe. Ooh, I'm out of breath. Can you feel the bottom ribs? Or widen the bottom ribs to fill the space. Inhale, unwrap, step it down, shake it out. Take a moment. revisiting the connection you have into the earth, that flow of energy rising through your whole body, relaxing the arms, opening the chest and the heart, opening from your root. Can you expand beyond what you've known to be true? Opening the eyes, find your gazing point on the floor and step into your right foot. Make your base big, draw the left knee up. Hip height. And as you press your right thigh back, squeeze the left knee in, and then cross left thigh over right. Oops. Bending your right knee, bring your big toe to the floor outside your pinky. What are the hips doing? Can they level each other? Thighs are pulling back, our seat is lifted. Just squeeze the shins together. Maybe the toe lifts, maybe it wraps. Try to keep the hips square. We have left leg on top. We're gonna go left arm underneath. Hug yourself or bring the palms together. Feel your elbows and fingertips lift. And your seat sending back. Exhale, elbows in front of the knees. Feel your fingers stretch forward, look straight down. Squeeze into yourself. Feel the intensity of the pressure building. Contemplation is a sticky place. What is that narrative? Get into it. Hug, 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 hug. And then expand, step wide, open it up. Right? From that intense place of drawing in, can we expand and move beyond? Feel your thighs press back, your legs tone, your ribs hugging to lift up from the hips. Feel your heart sending its energy straight up. Hands to prayer. Heart center pause. Whew. Feel your feet. Feel this foundation of a wider stance, stronger, more supportive. Breathe into that support. And send your weight into your left leg. Draw the right knee up. Tight, tight, tight. Bend your left knee, right leg over left. Bring your big toe outside your pinky toe and then squeeze the midline. Hug tight. Get myself here square. What are the hips doing? Can they square each other and send them back? Drop it down. Maybe your toe can lift or wrap. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Then right thigh's on top, right elbow underneath. Eagle wrap. As you sink lower, feel your elbows lift up higher. Big breath in. Exhale, elbows pull forward. And then fingers stretch away. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Get into that pressure cooker of hugging midline and activating everything into your center. And then inhale, expand it, open it up. Step wide, thighs backwards in. Open your heart to the sky. Open beyond your center, your truth. What can you perceive beyond that? Inhale, hands up to the heart. Pause again, breathe. Tune in with engagement. Let the breath open the conversation. The answers do not need to be seen, heard, or felt, but the questions need to be spoken, to be asked. The answers will come if you just give yourself time. Maybe you'll see a message later and receive that information there, or in your dreams, or just an aha moment. But it starts here. The seed is planted here by showing up and asking. Put the eyes open. Let's come to sit with left ankle over right knee, right foot to the floor, figure four. And then let your hands be behind you, but also your arms supporting length in the spine. So, wrap the shoulders back, maybe the elbows soften to bring them down out of the neck. Your foot does not need to be close to you. Your hands do not need to be close to your hips to get the best stretch. So I'm showing you the side view so you can see. If the pelvis is scooped under, the spine collapses and rounds and you lose tension in the rotator stretch. So roll the pelvis forward. Make sure your left isn't rolling forward of the right. You can hug your left sit bone back to square right. Feel your pubic bone roll forward and down. There's tension in the stretch. Flex your left foot as you anchor it into the thigh. Then press your arms straighter, sitting taller. And decide if you don't have enough sensation now in your left rotators, then you can crawl the hands in, keeping the spine in its neutral curves, right? Not rounding the lower back. You can also take the right foot in closer. But again, it's the position of the pelvis and then the spine upright from there. Breathe. Challenge yourself to maybe do figure four in a new way and gain a new perspective from your left hip. From the sensation there, opening maybe different muscle fibers, different intensity sensation, something maybe you've never felt before. Start to roll into the right pinky edge, lowering your figure four. Once you get low, you can bounce it a little bit. Bring the figure four back up, crawl your right foot to the left so it's in line with your left foot, and wiggle your right foot in as much as you need to lower the right knee to the floor. So the right foot can come into you. In line with the left hip, bring it in so that the knee goes down. Then just flex your left foot. You can lean to your right, grab this left thigh, in, down, out, or up. And just let the knee be where it needs to be. Going with bottom foot in enough so the bottom leg is connected to the ground. And just let the foot be where it needs to be. If it's super uncomfortable, bring your foot in front of the right knee. Try to keep it on top and just let the knee be where it needs to be. Roll the pelvis forward, sit tall. Bring your hands to your feet and push in. Thighs are going down. Spine is lifting up. Hands work back, both knees lift. Left foot steps, right foot steps, slow windshield wiper. Intense. Life is intense. Human life means suffering, but we can learn that our suffering doesn't have to overshadow joy, happiness, engagement with the world, sharing love. It's going to exist either way. Can't escape it, right? All right, let's do the other side. Left, right ankle over left. Hands come back, left foot to the floor. Look down, right hip pulls back, level to the left, flex your right ankle, push it forward. Feel your arms are helping to sit tall, roll the pelvis forward. Support that best pelvic alignment and lift in the spine with your arms and the distance your foot is from your hips. Don't pull in too much. There's a false perception of depth. Breathe. Good place. Keep rolling the pubic bone forward, equalizing your sit bones. Breathing. Feeling something new. Seeing a different perspective by doing something differently. The high vibrations of Gemini communication are conversations that open up your mind and open up other people's minds. The low frequencies are gossip, extra chatter, just, that spewing of information. Left foot rolls open to the pinky edge as low as it feels good, and then bounce it a couple times. And then come back up. Left foot crawls to the right, so it's in line with your right hip. And then let it drop, left knee drop. Pull this left foot in as much as you need to so your knee drops down. Let the right knee be where it needs to be. Grab your right thigh. In goes down, out goes up. Flex your feet. Just sit. Hands can come to the ball mounts, pushing in. Inner thighs dropping down. Breathe into the intensity. Double pigeon, stacked fire log, Agni Stambhasana. Hands come back, both knees lift, right foot, left foot wide, windshield wiper. Slow. Let that go. Sometimes our most intense places create so much strife, right? But then maybe also expands us into more beauty, more joy than we thought ever possible. Comes out of those very intense places. Right. Come to lay on the back. Give yourself a moment to receive the earth, the support underneath you. Work the shoulder blades in and down the back, bend your elbows and let your elbows be right on outside the bottom ribs. And then push into your elbows to lift your shoulders and squeeze your shoulder blades in together tight. Roll the pelvis forward and then inhale, lift the hips. And maybe the hips come right inside the hands and the palms can pull or push in. Or maybe you grab the mat to help your hands grab something and push the floor away. Feel you are doing what you need to rise through the belly. Stretch the front of your body by pushing down into the ground and using your back. That's getting wise to the past to open the future. Just those statements alone are powerful enough. You don't need the details. Use that expression of energy, of contemplation. Exhale slowly. Keep your lumbar curve off the mat as your hips touch down. Then let your shoulder blades get flat under the heart. Pause. Feel all of that energy open and buzzing around. And then we're going to take your feet next to each other, knees next to each other. Right thigh over left, right elbow under left, palms together or hug yourself. We're gonna lift the knees, maybe your toes wrap the calf or just squeeze the shins together. Take a moment to round the lower back and hug your belly down into the floor. Inhale, toes and fingers stretch out, but keep your belly toned. Maybe they tap. Exhale, lift your head, neck, and shoulders as your elbows squeeze your knees. Keep your head lifted. Inhale, stretch fingers and toes away or knees and elbows away. Exhale, squeeze in. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Two more. As slowly as you can. One more. Unwrap arms to T, feet wide. Windshield wiper. Hugging in and then opening up. Contemplating, expanding. Gaining other people's information maybe changes my perception. Feet, knees together, left over right. Left elbow under right, wrap the hands or hug yourself. Flatten the lower back, hug your belly, knees come in. Inhale, stretch away. Keep the lower back flat in that. Exhale, lift, squeeze. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, slow. Two more. Inhale, unwrap, feet wide, arms wide, windshield wiper. gonna grab the knees, give them a wide squeeze. Send the feet to the sky, grab the backs of the thighs with legs straight. Feet hug back to lift your seat a bit. Feet pull forward, rocking the length of the spine. Feet lift, pull forward. Feet lift, pull forward. Let's see if you can get this momentum going so that you can plant your feet, let your knees go wide, your arms pull you forward into chair pose. Come on down, rock, rock. And then we'll come to tabletop, cross the ankles, set the hands, and then we're gonna take the left knee in front of the right, they're touching. You can take a block, see how my left heel is over to the right, and my right heel is over to the left. You can take a block in between the feet at any height, and take it horizontal so your sit bones have a surface to connect you. You might roll this left calf out of the way. Right, the feet are outside the hips, and maybe there's a block there to sit comfortably. You want to be able to heavy your sit bones and bring your left hip inside your right heel. This left knee can be as high as it wants to be. Stretch it, Georgie boy. Hands on the feet, just feel a connection. And then heavy your shoulders out of your neck. Elbows can be bent or straight depending on your proportions, but just push into your feet and just notice how it kind of lifts your seat a bit. And feel like you can heavy your seat in that lift. That makes sense? It just might help soften things. Then let your seat heavy, your hands lighten, bring your thumbs in the hip creases and just wiggle them side to side. They tell your hip flexors to relax. Inhale, arms out to T. Exhale, twist to the left, right open palm, or you can grab it. I like open palm. I'm gonna bring it tight against my belly to heavy the shoulder, and then twist, pushing against your left side. Left ribs hug in. Right hand's gonna go to the floor or around. Maybe you can kind of connect your hand to the base of the bicep. Shoulder blades flat on the back, ribs squeeze in, deep in your twist. Inhale and wrap. Right arm goes, left arm goes up. Right arm can help it here. Let your head be neutral, or your right arm can unwrap to the back, maybe clasping. Feel like your elbows are trying to come to the midline and then back behind you. Send weight into the knees, out of the hips a bit, ribs squeeze in, feel your heart stretching forward any amount in front of your knee, and keep your left elbow lifting up. Head pushing into whatever is touching, if there's anything there. Breathe into this garudasana intense place. Even flexing my feet a bit, pushing my feet into the mat. Inhale, slowly rise, unwrap the arms, hands down to the feet. And just again, connect and pause and breathe. Hands come back, let the knees lift. Left foot, right foot. Guess what? Windshield wiper. Go right into the other side. Cross the ankles, roll to tabletop. This is just, I think, the nicest way to come in. Right knee's gonna go in front of the left. They touch, feet go to opposite edges, pulling away. Grab your block, have it close by, inside your left heel to sit right hip inside the left heel. Maybe your calf needs a little help. You can shift, shimmy, prop up. What do you need? Push into the feet, reach up through the spine. Heavy the seat, thumbs in, wiggle, hip flexors, soften. Inhale, arms out to T, twist to the right, left palm open or down, but feel like your shoulder is heavy and relaxed, pushing in against yourself. Right rib squeeze in to twist, Maybe your left arm comes around, grabs your bicep. My left arm didn't like that as much. So feel shoulder blades flat on the back, ribs squeezed in tight, deep in your twist. Legs are still hugged in to the midline, inner thighs pulling down. Inhale and wrap. Right arm goes up, left arm can help it. Left arm can then go back. Feel like your head is free, pushing into whatever it's touching. Elbows are pulling to the midline. And elbows reaching back. Roll the pelvis forward, ribs hug in. Maybe you lean into the hinge. Inhale, slowly rise and unwrap. Hands to the feet, just rest a moment, big breath. Hands work back, lift both knees, unwrap the legs. One more windshield wiper. Let that be freedom, expansion, mobility, moving beyond the intensity. And then come back onto your back. Take a moment again, receive neutral spine, the support of the earth, always there, never forget. And then arms out to T, feet and knees together, right thigh over left, pick up your hips, take them to the right, roll your knees to the left. Feel your thighs pull back, feel your lumbar curve arch, and then expand your right arm anywhere. Cactus, diagonal, under your head. Feel like your shoulder blade is pulling down to the mat, your elbow is pulling down to the mat. Your right arm is doing what feels really supportive for your twist. And breathe. And look out over your right arm. Unwrap your left leg, let it drop. Right foot to the right long edge, left foot to the left long edge, hips to center, windshield wiper. Back and forth. It never gets old. Just reflecting expansion out of the tension. Feet and knees together, left thigh over right, pick up the hips, take them left, off center, roll the knees to the right. Hug the thighs in and pull them back, lumbar curve. Look over your left shoulder, left arm, anywhere that's opening your twist, opening the chest. Deep breaths. Unwrap the right thigh, left foot, left long edge, right foot, right, hip center, last time. Windshield wiper. Find some freedom, some comfort. Then taking happy baby, you can either grab the backs of the legs to pull the knees wide, grab the pinky edge of the feet to pull the knees wide. Feel as you're pulling the legs down, you're pushing up into the arms, into the hands, trying to find your lumbar curve. It probably won't move off the mat, but feel like your tail is reaching forward and down. Knees are reaching back and down. You can take this side to side if it feels nice. Feel your legs release, sliding forward and wide for Shavasana. Set yourself up for comfort. Feel your arms stretch out wide so the ribs feel freedom to breathe more fully without action. Wiggle the body as you start to settle in. Notice what's grippy, what's active, let it go. What's resistant? Is it a thought? Is it your jaw, your tongue, your neck, your shoulders, your ribs, your hips? Let it all heavy. Feel a conscious breath help soften you down into the earth. Be held. And let the breath return to a rhythm that you don't think about. It just happens. It just exists. Start to let go of thought, assimilating the practice by feeling heavy and letting go. Start to engage with your bottom ribs, receiving a deeper breath. Awaken with fingers and toes. Fists roll around, ankles roll around. Bring your legs together, point your toes, arch your lower back, and inhale your arms overhead. Stretch out of your center. Then bring your feet to the floor, lift your hips, scoop the tail under, hug the knees in, round your back and rock side to side. Rolling to your side or rocking yourself up to sit. Hi, kitty. Feel a little lift in your seat for comfort in your spine, depth to your root, and rise to the expansion of the crown. Let's take the hands to prayer in front of the heart. Feel the hands press together, the shoulder blades glide toward one another, and from your heart, rooting down and rising up. Breathe into your full body. Notice the practice. How have things changed? Take this opportunity of Gemini season to look at the ways in which you communicate to yourself, to others, to the world. Gain wisdom by talking to others, looking at the way they view the world, they view you. You can learn a lot from those in our life. And then also where you're putting your energy. That's communication. Challenge the narratives that are limiting your potential and explore beyond what you perceive to be true. The light in me sees, honors, reflects the light in you. To you I bow. Namaste. This is the baby George. He wants some fish scratches. He's a good boy. I don't want to move him. You a good boy? Yeah. Channel the twins, the air of love and compassion. Animals will bring joy. And fur. All right, buddy. You're gonna get up. You're gonna get up. He's coming with. See you soon.